What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mezco 1/12 Collective, Mezco exclusive, Atticus Doom. And so here we have Atticus Doom posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. Atticus Doom does come with two different head sculpts. We do get his skeleton head, which looks really nice. I do like the detailing on it. And then he does come with the Mantle of Madness. He also does come with several sets of hands. We do get a pair of fists. We get a pair of style pose hands. We get a right clawing hand. We get a left grip hand. Then we do get an array of effect hands. For starters, we do get the Cindered Palm, which looks really nice, and that does come with a flame effect that you can attach to it. He does come with the Medusa hand, which also looks really nice. We do have the Nebulous Claw. Then we have two versions of the Cthulhu's Fraction. We do have one where it's all coiled up, and then we do get a longer one with a wireframe running through it. He also does come with several effects which do fit really nicely on the figure. We do have two effects that do fit into his eyes. We have two different spell casting effects. We have one that has a Cthulhu in the middle as well as some other tomes. Then we do have a bigger green effect which looks really nice. He also does come with an effect piece where you can make it look like his hand is reaching through another portal, which looks really nice. He does come with a smoke effect that goes around his head very nicely. And then he also does come with the Tamara Zarazar, I hope I pronounced that right, which is a really nice book. It does open up really nicely, so I do like that. And I believe his final accessory is the Goblin Shillelagh. And then of course he does come with the Mezco display base, which looks really nice, as well as a Mezco flight stand. Other than that, I don't think he comes with anything else. If I forgot something, I do apologize. He does come with quite a bit. So with all his details and accessories out of the way, let's move on to a closer look at the figure. And so here we have a closer look at Atticus Doom, and this was one figure that when I saw it, I knew I had to have it in my collection. Really love when figures go into the obscura and the occult, and this does a very good job of that. We have a lot of references to Cthulhu, which is very nice. So on his headdress here, you do have this little flame effect. It is called the Leviathan particle, which it's used to summon the Ancient One and channel the energies through him. So that's a really nice little detail. Something I do like is that you can remove his headdress right here, and it does reveal his brain. And inside his brain, we do see this little piece. It's called the Philosopher's Oculus. And one thing I do like is that you can take his brain out, and if you really wanted to, you could pop the Philosopher's Oculus out, and you can see have him actually holding it, and it looks very nice. I do like the detailing on it. It is a little bit tricky to get back in, so I'm just going to leave that out for a bit so we can have a better look at Atticus Doom. And if you really wanted to, you could just have the headdress on him like that without the brain head and the Philosopher's Oculus, so there is that. So, having a look at the figure, they did a really nice job on his skull. Now, when a lot of people first saw this figure, they're like, oh, Mezco made another skull face figure, and yeah, they did, but this one has a lot of nice little features to him. I do like the fact that we do get these little attachments, which you can plug into his eyes right here, and they do plug in really nicely, and you can see it does make a flame effect like his eyes are on fire, so that's a really cool little detail. I especially like the wardrobe that he has on him. We do have this really nice trench coat done in this kind of like really dingy light green gray. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like a grayish green, and it does come off if you really want it to, and removing it does free up some articulation. And let's actually show off his undersuit right here. He is wearing a red sweater underneath this vest, and it looks very nice. Really do like these. They're not really buttons, but they are attachments that make the vest look really cool. He is wearing a red scarf right there. So they did a really good job of detailing this figure. And one thing I do like is that he has this eye right here on his right glove. It's not present on the left glove, but I do like that differentiating here with the right glove having the eye. Really do like the way this figure is dressed. It's very basic, but at the same time it does channel that comic book inspired spellcaster and that we've come to know. We have seen it with like Constantine, so I think that's why I like the look of this figure. Going on to the rest of him, he just has these really nice leather shoes which are sculpted very nicely. You can see they are boots which do go up to about right there. And one thing I do like, and you really can't see this too well on the figure, they actually did give him a new sculpted torso. At least at his arms you can see his body is all charred up, and if you read the comic you'll understand why his body looks the way it does. Really interesting character, and I do like it. If you want to know about the jacket, it is wireframe, so you can pose it around, and that does work when you have him like levitating. And then another thing that I do like is that he has an articulated belt, so that's also wireframe. You can see part of it is poking out right there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I can snip that off just to hide it. But yeah, I really do like the wireframe here. It's strong enough that it holds its shape, but not too strong that it's really hard to bend. So overall, really liking the detailing here on Atticus Doom. They did a very good job with not only the figure itself but his accessories. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Atticus Doom posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Atticus Doom posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And finally, here we do have Atticus Doom posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to his articulation. Now, Atticus Doom does have a double ball joint at the head. Now, because of his scarf and the way his head sculpt is, here we don't get a full upwards movement, and we can get slightly down, but again, the scarf will get in the way, so do be aware of that. He does get some really nice head tilt, so I do like that. Overall, really good range of movement, just a little bit hindered by his wardrobe. Does of course turn left and right, no problem. Arms do feel like they are on a butterfly joint because they do seem to pivot forward and back. Maybe it's a ball joint because it does feel like there might be some up and down movement. Going out to the side to about right there, so I do like that we get full horizontal. Then it does go all the way around if it wasn't for his clothing, but despite having the jacket and his long sleeves, you can see that's some really good range. I do like that. He does have a bicep swivel, which works really nicely. Double jointed here at the elbow. And again, even with the jacket and this long sleeve, we get some pretty good range. Does have a ball hinge here at the wrist, which does have up and down as well as in and out movement, and rotates on that pin. Then we do have a ball joint here in the torso, and I believe it's a ball joint up here and at the waist because he can lean back quite a bit. I do like the lean on him. Going forward, it doesn't seem to crunch that far forward. It might be because of how his clothing is designed right here, but yeah, that is a little bit unfortunate. He does have, of course, side to side and waist swivel. Legs do kick forward to about right there, not at all hindered by his pants, so I do like that. Going back to about there. Out to the side, we get some really nice range. He does have a thigh swivel, which works pretty good. Double bend here at the knee, going to about right there. Then we do have a ball joint here at the ankle, which does pivot forward, back, side to side, and does rotate. So overall, Atticus Doom has some pretty good articulation and surprisingly not too hindered by his wardrobe, so I do like that. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Atticus Doom posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so finally, here we do have the Mezco 1/12 Collective Atticus Doom posed for my final thoughts, and overall, this is a very nice figure. I love the effects that this figure comes with. He comes with so many nice little things. I want to see them do this on future releases. I think the portal hand is one of my favorite accessories with this figure. There's so many things you can do with it. You can have him punching somebody from a mile away, or you can just do cool things like I have right here. And I love the callback to the occult. I love the fact that this figure takes a lot of inspiration from Cthulhu. If you're not familiar with Cthulhu, I do recommend you guys look it up and learn about some of the lore behind it, because it does make for an interesting read, and it does make this figure pop a little bit more. Now, I'm really happy with the accessories that he comes with, and the detailing on him is very good. I think this is one of Mezco's better figures. It's not the most intricate figure that we've seen. Yes, it is another Mezco figure with a skull head, but at least this one has a lot of variety in terms of what he comes with. It's very rare that we do get figures that devil in the occult, and Atticus Doom here is an exceptionally well done figure. If you guys were able to get hold of Atticus Doom, you'll understand how nice this figure is. Now, if you did pre-order him from Mezco, he did run you, I believe it was $110, which is pretty average for their Rumble Society figures. Unfortunately, the prices is starting to creep up, and if you're not really a fan of the soft goods, I really can understand why you don't want to collect Mezco. But this is a very nice figure, and I do like the accessories he comes with. I think a lot of the callbacks to Cthulhu work for this figure, and looking at the backstory of him, this is a really intricate figure, and he does fit in with other members of the Rumble Society. So if you have Atticus Doom here, you know exactly how nice of a figure he is. If you want to pick him up, he is waitlisted on Mezco's website at the time I'm making this video, which probably means he's going to sell out in the next month or so. So unfortunately, secondhand market is the only way to get this figure, where he's already going on upwards of about $180, which that's not too much of a markup, seeing as how after shipping he's about $120, $130, but he is going to price creep as the months go on, so you want to get your Atticus Doom as soon as possible. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Mezco 112 collective videos and my Rumble Society videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.